Yeah, so you're on the mouse. You wait. Are you on the PSG quest train? Sorry.
I'm on the PSG quest train.
All right, all right. You know what? I'm on. Oh, this is a tough one.
No,
Maybe.
this is the thing. You want to go against me, and now you're finding a reason to do it. I don't know, Otamo, and also MOUZ didn't convince me in the previous game. They also don't have that many great playmakers in this game either.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Mouse. I think the Ursa should be able to get the job done. Force has been playing a lot of Underlord. He looks good with it, and banging on Shadow Demon has been amazing in the previous games that I've seen him. So I am with Mouse. You're with PSG Quest. Let's go. My team versus yours, as if we owned them somehow.
Sure, sure. If you want to make this a competition, though, the real guys that are competing here are MOUZ and PSG Quest in this game too. Of this is just the first series of the day. We're
Yes,
already
it is.
kind of 40 minutes off schedule because we had the coordinator problems, but it is what it is, Automo. We are here to entertain, and sometimes entertainment can be delayed.
Yep, and we do we apologize for that, but it's also not our fault. So these
Then
things
why
do.
are you
Actually,
apologizing?
technically, we were 30 seconds delayed because of me. I had a vmix problem,
Yeah,
so
you
that
should
you can blame.
apologize, Automo.
I am sorry about that. That's my bad. In the meantime, though, the PSG quest looks like they like, let's go for a fight. Let's go see here, and we can look at some of the items. Sorry, the facets. So Malik, he does have the devil's. Sorry, that's the innate ability. No, sorry, the devil's bargain facet, which gives you can sell items for 9% of their value, but your buybacks are more expensive. The only thing I've heard about this, is that you can sort of sell Hand of Midas to refresh it. That's kind of an idea. It's whatever, you lose gold. But early game items, you buy the bracers, you sell them later, you still get maximum value. It's kind of cool. Interesting facet. Let's just go with that.
And people still need to find ways to make it work. Bottom
Yeah.
lane fight.
No?
Disruption was used on Omar. That is an Ursa that's going to
Omnit's
be in
in
trouble. He started
trouble.
off with the Fury swipes, and they're going to get him
He's
inside of the
cogged.
cogs. It's time to kick him around.
There
The
you go.
bear will die. Omnit gets taken out, and that is a perfect start for Quest. Omar gets the kill. Not the best one, but either way. Ursa dies. You get the kill. Extra experience, extra gold. You're happy.
Yeah, this innate ability by Doom. I'm seeing it now. I'm thinking, not innate, the facet. You can just go like very early game items, and when you sell them, you still get a lot of your gold back. That's kind of cool. You get 80% more gold than if you didn't have it. That's I don't know. I find. Oh.
The Doom's innate ability is also quite cool. If you start snowballing with this here, you're going to kill everybody.
Yeah, 15% damage is no joke. That is quite a big deal. It says attacks though. Does that mean just right clicks, not like the spells and stuff?
I'm going to assume so.
Yeah, well, that's not as good to be honest with you. And anyway, in the mid lane, I do expect Supreme versus Noob. Supreme should have a decent time. It is Leshrac. You generally aren't going to struggle too much. I'm excited to see if Doom goes for this new right-click build on the Pangolier. I'm not quite convinced yet, but some people do swear by it.
Echo Saber is actually quite nice, right? With the minus armor, though. You don't have any more minus armor for yourself. I wouldn't mind it still. I saw it once, and it
Yeah.
looked quite decent.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm gonna wait for Quinn to show me if it's good or not. Like, if Quinn picks it, you're like, all right, he knows it's good. But if Quinn still sticks to like Diffusal Blade, Axe Basher, you're like, probably that's the better build then.
Yeah, but what if this is a completely different gameplay with this type of Pango, and then Quinn is not the best right-click Pango, he's just the best Diffusal Pango, and that's why he goes for that build.
Firstly, watch it. All right, Quinn is best Pango. The man has to be best at something. It's the only hero he's playing anyway, so he's gotta be the best at it. And in the meantime, yeah, you might be right. It is very different, the right-click Pango. It's very different for sure.
It's still, I'm looking forward to people using the fast rolling thunder in a good way. Onit is dropping low. They're really applying a lot of pressure onto the Ursa, but the Doom actually doesn't have that many CS. Should change now with the creeps being close to the tower.
Bagan's taking the Shadow Servant facet. We've seen this. It's always been kind of like, if I'm getting kills, it feels pretty good in team fights and all that. And plus, like, Morphling illusions are great. But it's also, I have to get kills for it to be good. When it's like, by that
I
time,
think even when your teammates die, he creates illusions, right?
then that's not really as good. I mean, that's nice and all, but
No, it's better because you get from your heroes that die as well.
yeah, but I mean, like you really need like if your teams get team wiped, you're like, yeah, guys, I have my shadow friends.
I mean, it's something.
Generally, I find conditional stuff not that great because the conditions aren't always met. And for this one, people to die for you to get a benefit is like if they're dying, that's all the benefit I need. I need things that make them die faster,
Yeah, the other facet is kind of more.
better,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be better, but it's
more reliable. Let's go with that.
exactly. What do you call the what was the shadow demon spell called before the disseminate? The soul catcher,
Catcher.
right? Yeah, it
Yeah,
kind
Soul
of gives you a part of soul catcher back.
All net takes a little bit of damage here, but you know, despite the harass they're throwing out, Malik is a little bit behind in terms of CS overall. He does have the mana burn creep though. Not nice bit of mana for him and Omar. 1.75.
That's huge. Olnet is actually
Like-
going on Malik there, and these Furious Ups are gonna last for a long time. He does have the facet to make that happen. I'm a big fan of this facet, especially when you're playing Ursa versus the Morphling. You want to be able to keep those Furious Ups on him for a long period of time.
I agree with you there. I think the same thing. And but I do like that he's got that 1 point Inferno Blade on Doom with the mana regen. Every time Allnet comes close, Inferno Blade takes a bit of damage. Meanwhile, though, we might be losing Omar here.
Nice done. Wait.
It's gonna be a
Oh,
dead Dark
Supreme got him. Okay.
Yes, no, does he really want to go for this? And he's like, alright, I'll just TP away. And he makes that. Woo.
That was close. His career is gonna die. Did he deliver the item? Yes, he did. So Noob, he's gonna be getting his item there. Pretty big that his career didn't die beforehand.
Yep, they trade couriers though. The Bengen gets the the more gold bountiful courier, 50 extra gold total in that exchange.
10 euros total
MOUZ.
if you get the free bet.
Yeah. Wait. Force. A nice dodge. Nice dodge. Top lane they dodged. Both of them dodged 2 cogs. That was some very nice moves coming out from MOUZ just now.
It's a 1k gold lead
but-
for Quest though after this laning stage, so it still hasn't ended, but it is quite a decent amount of an advantage.
But Lord Gaben believes otherwise. He's like, no, my friends. This is going to be a MOUZ game, giving them 62% early on. Force goes for the early Vanguard. So I imagine Crimson at some point is coming out. And that'll be interesting. You know, well, he is one of the highest strength heroes in the game. Well, 3.3 strength is not that much, actually.
There is a mixture of magical and physical damage on the other side, so
Yeah.
I don't think Crimson in general is like the greatest item here, but sure. Still, I can understand why the Dota Plus is in favor of MOUZ. The Morphling versus the Underlord, for me, just is a very hard matchup for the Morphling. You pretty much have no bonus damage. You're mostly
Yep.
just stats, and then the Atrophiora really hurts you because of that.
And you put on a Crimson Guard, blocking easily like 140 damage per hit. That's also going to be quite painful if he gets it. I imagine if you're Underlord, if you're forced in this one, you just want to be an Aura bot. You get Pipe, you get Crimson, and PSG's Quest gets, their damage gets cut by half at least.
Yep, they're not gonna have a good time. That's why I wanted to see something like a Drow Ranger, right? 'Cause something that doesn't really lose all that much to the Atrophiora. Is always gonna be able to do the damage, but
Battle
unfortunately
for the
not gonna be the
Wisdom
case.
Ruins. Ducalis and Narman.
Omar died again to Supreme. Let's see, Ducalis is taking a ton of damage here, but with the battery assault, he's gonna be getting it.
Lucky.
No. Now, it's not like he's calculated Automo. Narman, he plays this hero a solid amount, so he knows when that will connect.
But that was really good. He actually stepped into that path that connects the Dire and the Radiant Jungle. He stood there, he saw him coming, throws the rocket, and to be fair, really good effort by Ducalis.
Mango is here. They've had enough of Force being annoying and not dying. Cogs miss, but this one will not, pushing him into the Rolling Thunder. And the adaptive strike from TA2000 gets the
Nice
kill.
dodge.
Narman just standing there. And let's see, the double jump will be
Might
doing a
die,
decent
though.
amount of damage. They're diving with the creeps, tanking the tower. They don't really need that. Maybe trying to kill the homing missile. Not gonna be happening. The gyro too fast to get ran down.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's a solid rotation, bringing down Force. He was being very annoying as well for TA2000. And I gotta say, Noob is having a really good showing. Although,
What about the mid lane? Their noob is gonna be in trouble. They are Supreme is chasing Noob in the mid lane. There's 4 poison stacks on him. He needs to dodge the 5th one. If the 5th one connects, he's gone.
There you go.
He's just gone instantly. Omar joining in on the fray. Bengen should be fine here. Even finds the Invis rune. No, it's gonna be picked up by Omar. Gets the hit in during that downtime, so he will be able to get the damage plus get the Invis out, but in the end, not saving your buddy is a big deal. Supreme trying to deny himself to the creeps. Not gonna be happening. Malik, he takes him down with Infernal Blade.
Still force them to make a pretty big rotation for that. It is worth it for PSG Quest, but they do get that nice kill on Noob. Kind of slowed him down from running rampant as he was doing before.
I mean,
And
he is
what-
the highest net worth hero still, even after the death.
Did you see what Benga did? I told you, this guy, he's a playmaker on this Shadow Demon. Doesn't matter. Like, he just looks really good with him. Those 5 Shadow Poison stacks is why they got that kill.
It's
Supreme.
Rolling Thunder. They're gonna go for Supreme,
okay.
but with Bangor
They got
coming in,
saves.
he's gonna have the disruption.
Saves.
It will take a little bit longer. Actually, no, the
well
Bangor will
done.
be found as well. Pushed with the cock, the double jump there as well. Noob, his Rolling Thunder will end. Has the Swashbuckler, gets the disruptor, keeping him at bay. Let's see where he will go. He wants the Lesh from what it seems. There's the double jump, connects on Supreme. A lot of damage still, not enough to finish off the Disco Pony again.
Well, a big commitment by both sides, but nobody dies in the end. PSG Quiz do everything to kill Supreme, but with everyone showing up, they're like, all right, let's cut our losses. Not bad by both sides, really. Overall,
Doom
though,
is available.
Where is he gonna use it? Oh, he found him. And he throws it.
Thinking, okay, the enrage. You don't want to do it over it because it's just gonna last for a couple of seconds.
Dukas is just gonna be the victim that he's gonna be losing his life, or is he? Yep, he is.
Radiant's bottom tower
Had the 7, no, that was Ursa actually with the 1 charges, so Clock didn't really have chance to survive there. All 3 of course of quests are topping the network chart. The margins aren't huge, but they're still there, so are definitely going to be slightly happier after the lanes.
And Malik is going for the Hand of Midas build. It's kind of old compared to, we saw like at one point there was a Shiva's Rush. That was kind of seen as the new it way to build Doom, but in a game like this, when you're doing really well and you think it can go late, Hand of Midas is still fine.
I'm okay with
He
it.
can
The
do-
Doom,
he can do
Doom
the
for
trick
me
I
is
did-
like
I-
the big guy. Which trick? Oh, you mean about selling the Midas?
You sell it every time it's off cooldown, and just so you can like refresh it. But you lose gold doing that, but you get the extra XP. I'm 100% sure he's not gonna do that, by the way.
Yeah, you still need to be walking to the base or to the secret shop. It's not ideal.
Yeah, it's like it's a little bit dumb.
Let's see though. Move from quest to the bottom lane. Noob is everywhere. He just wants to be fighting constantly. We're looking at the Callis, but the real action will be happening bottom.
There's an Invis. Oh, sorry, Invis. The smoked up group here. Narman. Oh, walks in, but
Bang,
nice dodge. There we go.
disruption. Just in time. Narman, the Cursed Crown will connect on him. Rolling Thunder is just being disruptive, not doing that much damage.
There's
Noob
the Doom.
creates space for him, and now onto the Ursa. They will turn around. He did get the enrage off. He's gonna be getting very, very low. No, this Doom is most likely going to kill him. No, it's not gonna be enough. It's
And
gonna be
he-
very close. They need the 1 cock to
There you
connect
go.
him. He now has the sticks. Goes for the enrage. The cocks connect, but the enrage will make sure that he does live through it. Omar getting low. They're coming through the Fiend's Gate as well
What a
there
commitment.
with force, making sure that his teammates are gonna be safe. He has seen that it is fine. His teammates have already won the fight, and the Uber driver will go away. That was so close for just the dynamic. He thought he was gonna go through.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, because it takes like 2 seconds or 3 to teleport, and there's only 1 second left, giving kind of a free kill to Malik that he didn't need to. But overall, a 1 fight for Malik, getting both of these supports off and wasting the Doom. Really good
Huge.
movements by Allnet to stay alive in that situation. And
If the college just went for 1 cog onto the Ursa during the
would've
duration of
killed
the
him.
Doom, he would have killed him.
Allnet stuck between a tree and a thorny bush, I guess. That's a
They
common
are
saying.
diving Golnet on the bottom lane. They decide against it.
Oh, so far, and it's still PSG Quest at the top, but they got Malik. This would be a juicy kill if they can get it. There's no
Demonic
terrorize
Purge
either.
is gonna make him very hard. Look at the hookshot coming in there. This is gonna be caught. That's 3 heroes inside of the Cox. Now start kicking them out. Here comes the
He's
call down.
3,800.
Naru trying to defend his teammates, but they've already lost 2 of them. Malik still alive. Clockwork is a small price to pay. What a hookshot coming out from the Callis.
I think Supreme was only half committed to that fight. He was getting close to the Doom, then he's like, oh, we got the kill. He went to farm with the creep, the jungle camp, and then Ducalis does that amazing move, and you're like, oh man, Supreme, you were needed. You were really needed in that fight.
Radiant's bottom tower.
The thing is, even if he was there, would that change the outcome? I think he probably would have just died himself as well.
Yeah, it could have killed maybe Malik. You never know, right? Like maybe he could have killed Malik and made it out. Maybe he would have just fed, but it's usually better to have more people fight for your side.
Exactly. That is true. Quest still 4k gold ahead. 14
Big
minutes
win
in.
just now.
It's not an insurmountable lead, Ultimo, but it's a pretty good one. And they've taken down all of the tier 1 towers, while MOUZ haven't taken a single one. So in terms of map control and the amount you're going to be able to farm, Quest are going to have the advantage there as well.
So far, Forrest has been kind of AFK. He's got 1 death, 1 assist, and that's it. He wants to build a mech. He's going to be there fairly close, but he's just not really with the team. You know, yeah, he threw that Fiend's Gate bottom, showed up, baited Narman, but not really heavy committing so far. Ducalis.
Missile Noob is fine. Ducalis getting some bounty runes. He gets himself a jackpot,
Oh.
as he says.
5 shovels in this game. 3 for PSG Quest, 2 for Supreme. I love this. And the cores are picking up. This is how you know shovel is the best item tier 1. If you have a shovel, pick it. It's so good. Force, he might be dead.
I don't know though. It's very hard to bring this guy down. He's pretty tanky. The cogs push there. The call is a little bit too late with a
courier.
bit of malice.
The
It's just too nice.
And there you go.
Rolling
Ducalis
Thunder.
gets it.
Supreme. He already got slowed down by the Echo Saber there. Noob, he eats the homing missile, but Rolling Thunder doesn't really care about that. Bedlam, it's helping him. Here comes the Morphling, and Omar is the one that gets the kill there with the Bedlam. Here comes Malik as well, gets the Doom onto the Underlord. Disruption there to save
Here's
him a little
all
bit
it.
longer. TA 2000 dropping low. He does use the Adaptive Strike strength to get Darius away from himself, and this Underlord will go down. Hook shot forward. They're gonna be finding Bengen as well. Adaptive Strike, get him down. Malik finishes the kill with a double. 3 heroes once again of MOUZ are gone. This time around, they don't get a single one in return.
Disaster, absolute disaster for MOUZ. Following, bad follows bad in this situation. Alnit still does not have the Battle Fury available for him, so his farming is still kind of slow. Narman as well as Bang are trying to get something going, but the cores are so behind. So behind.
How is the Ursa doing in general in items? He doesn't even have the Battle
Bad.
Fury. 16 minutes in.
Yep, that's a thing. Still, if you can just isolate someone, maybe you can get a kill. But Ducalis, his jumps have been so good. Top lane, Narman, he's probably dead.
They're just getting heroes everywhere, and it's mostly this noob Bango, really. He's the one making the plays.
Yes, it is. It feels like very similar to the previous game. And as we mentioned, Noob is great rotating. He often has Omar or Ducalis with him. More often Omar, but this combination is great. And look who they find.
Why is he there? Why is Supreme there? I don't understand. What the hell is he doing other than dying to the enemies?
I guess he's thinking maybe that's a safe area to farm. His own jungle seems unsafe. Maybe that's where you want to go, but he gets punished again.
Can they punish the 2000?
Well, they're trying, but he's very durable.
I think he's dead. There's very low chances of you getting out of this one alive. Bit of malice. Illusion's doing some damage. Call down as well. He's still surviving. No way. He dodges the homing missile, and TA2000 will be fine. They don't finish him off. Curse Crown, they're on the side, on the gyro. Now it's disruption to keep Noob at bay. Double jump. Decides it's not worth the chase. Actually, Rolling Thunder turns it around. Knows that the supports are going to be in the vicinity. Narman, he just rolls next to him and into a safe spot.
May not be a bad idea for them to smoke on MOUZ, but that they had this chance to kill TA2000. He lives, but it's all right, he's not really willing to fight. But no, they just Fiend's Gate to the bottom lane. Okay, that's not how I'm used to seeing this ability used, but that's cool too.
They will get themselves to a place on the map where Quest might not be expecting this, though.
By the way, it took the Fury Swipe's talent. So 48 seconds for a Fury Swipe to go away. That's a long time. That's a long time.
Let's see, the call is Demonic Purge on him. He does use the
Nice
cogs.
kill.
Will need some time to get. It's not going to be a kill. Malik, however, does get stunned up. He's surrounded by
Better
enemies,
kill.
terrorized to try to save him. He's still dead. Narman will be the trade-off. No, as the mech will be
good
fine.
mech. Well, the mech coming out very useful for force. And he is going to be making his way towards the Crimson Guard. Which, I mean, the swashbuckle is physical damage. So you do reduce that quite a bit. And it's not
sure.
almost completely, I'd imagine, actually.
120 damage per strike. Yeah, pretty much.
It's 70 plus 2.5%, so it's an extra, what? 50? Yeah, so it's a 120. You do the block.
To
completely
5% of what?
of your max health.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's basically, so that is going to be, it's 25 every 1,000 health that you have, so it's 50, so you do block completely the swashbuckle.
Omar is in a very aggressive position on the bottom lane.
Rocket's
Has
coming.
the Shadow Realm, but the homing missile will connect. There's the cooldown. Help is coming from Malik. It's going to be the
Yeah, 1 for
extra
1.
missile coming in. Armin loses his life, and Noob is rotating as well. Will it be a 1-for-1 if Bengen TP's out? It's exactly how it will end. Does leave the Underlord all on his own, and Force gets into a safe position as well. He's using a portal this time around, not his own.
Map control is very limited for MOUZ. They haven't got a single tower yet. They have a deep aggressive ward by PSG Quest. So it's like, you'd love to get some of these towers removed so you can actually breathe a little bit. Plenty good items coming out. Supreme not too far from the Bloodstone. That will be helpful. Allnit's farming away. He's got the Blink Dagger with the Battle Fury. That's nice. But I feel like you're still an item or two behind. Or one item behind on all of your cores.
It's still a
Hey,
Lesh lineup
Supreme.
without a single tower. Supreme gonna get caught. He's in a lot of trouble. Rolling Thunder gonna be used. He is keeping himself next to those crystals. The Doom will get used to an Underlord who just came through the Fiend's Gate to die. And Narman, well, left all alone in his world. That was a very weird double jump from Noob, but in the end, it does grant them a kill. So Malik is the one who claims every single one of those.
And guess what? Roshan moves to the Radiant side, which is usually a good thing. But not in this game, because PSG Quest controls that area completely. So Allnit can't just go and like steal one out for himself. Top
Yep.
lane Bengen.
You can't do it.
He should be okay. Any good items from PSG Quest? Force Staff is available on Ducalis. Yule Scepter on Dark Bull. So nice bit of defensive items on your supports. And Pangalier's got the Manta style. It is the right click build. The Echo Saber and the Manta style. So he believes in it. Honestly, he's making it look good.
He's doing a decent amount of damage, not gonna lie. When you... Also, the Echo Saber with a swashbuckle, the slow is not half bad.
Yeah, that's fine. And you also have the Shiva's Guard on Malik. That greed of going for the Hand of Mice completely unpunished. And now he's just like, yep, I'm going to be probably the most farmed hero in the game at some point. Oh, and he's
He
level
has
21.
a really hard guy to compete with, and that is his own Morphling, who has been crushing it in terms of farm.
True. And because he's level 14, almost everyone on MOUZ is lower level than him. Only Allnit is equal. So, that 15% extra damage, super nice.
Is he gonna get like the Alpha Wolf in this game so that we see Doom critting people?
I think no, because, I mean, if you went for Shiva's, you're probably not right. You don't care about right clicking. He's sticking to the mana creep so far.
What do you mean? You care about the right click. You want the Shiva to slow them down so you can right click them more.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
I know.
Well, in the meantime, it's going to be a nice Roche coming out here. Who's going to take it? It's going to go to TA 2000. I mean, this game continues to go from bad to worse for MOUZ.
The entire series, to be honest, not only the game, MOUZ are just not able to find their footing. And this is a problem, right? And again, Ursa lineup not getting an Aegis. We've seen TA lineups not getting an Aegis. This is kind of the same thing. Supreme used to be there. He finishes off his Bloodstone. Wouldn't have made even a slight difference in that situation.
Yeah, well, but he's got some good items if he can actually get his magic out, right? He has the Whisper of the Dread and the Kaya. If he can just live for a little bit, like, he will dish out the
if
game.
quests are gonna be nice and allow him to live longer, he's actually gonna dish out the damage. You're right.
is under attack.
I'm just saying he has damage. It doesn't say anything about anyone letting him live.
Yeah, it's just not gonna be allowed. I'm looking at MOUZ and I don't know how they keep him alive. Disruption is the best thing that you can hope for, and that's only 2.5 seconds.
Is under attack.
They would love to get a shard, I think, on the Leshrac. Like, that would be very helpful for him. You know, you are entering that stage where it's like, maybe, you know, we're gonna have to defend high ground soon, boys.
It's still a bad situation to be in. Imagine 23 minutes in with Lesh. You're like, yo guys, instead of pushing towers now, which is something my hero should do, and I haven't gotten a single one, I'm gonna buy a shard so that I can defend the high ground.
Damn! Look at the shield crash. This talent, I'm new to it. I haven't seen it for a while, but this shield crash per hero, you can get up to 500 extra of a barrier. That's pretty insane on the Pangolier.
Yep, very true. Let's see now, Morphling, he's the one with the Aegis. If he breaks your smoke, it's going to be a disaster. And MOUZ, they don't want it. They would like to kill Noob if they can force. His smoke is broken. It goes for the Pit of Malice, and they have the Pit of Malice of their own. He's not using it just yet. There it is. It won't change the fact that they do so much damage. They do get the Doom onto the Lesh, meaning that the Bloodstone won't be healing him even a little bit. They take him down. It will be TA2000. Gets rid of the Underlord as well. Narman, Curse Crown on him. They see him clearly. Dust been used. You already lost 3 of your heroes. The 4th one will fall. Ursa doesn't even want to come and help his teammates because there is no help left to give.
You know, in that fight, the Crimson Guard did so much work, but he only popped when he was like, 40% health. If you can get that with a pipe, I think you can actually do well, but MOUZ, they get slaughtered again.
Only even got scouted. They still know where he is and they just don't care because the push is on. Tier 3 already half HP, and I mean, you could go back if PSG Quest wanna play it a little bit safer like in the previous game. Doesn't seem like they do.
Well, everyone's up though, so you have a chance to defend. Will you defend is the question. They're gonna try. PSG Quest, quite a reasonable response here, saying we got the range, let's go back.
They have been very disciplined in this series. I mean, you mentioned just how important it is for them. They win 2-0 and they're securing at least a tiebreaker to make sure that they're on they're the first.
Yep, and if they don't get tiebreaker, the only way that happens is that League has to go 2-0 in the final match. So, which is not the easiest thing against Twisted Minds. So then only we'll have tiebreakers. But if it's a draw or even Twisted Mind wins, you're like, yeah, PSG Quest straight up to the top 4.
That's going to be so huge. And coming into this tournament, I mean, looking at PSG Quest, they are one of the favorites, not only for Group A, but for the entire tournament. Maybe even
100%.
In terms of results, the best team lately. Bramble Maze to make sure that it is going to be the Underlord caught. They have the Disruption, saving him for a little bit longer. Curse Crown does connect. That is a nice ulti from Narman as well. 4-step from the Collis onto the low run. He does get hunted down by the Ursa, who still has the enrage. Will have to use it now to live. Noob dropping low in that bit of Malice. He's in a lot of trouble. Needs to get himself away. No Rolling Thunder. But that is quite dangerous. The Regen Rune is keeping him alive. Not for long. Finally, he does go down. Malik gets the Doom off. You still need to chase down this Lesh. It's not the easiest thing to do, especially with the Pit of Malice, making sure that you cannot continue with it. But Malik's still coming forward. Lesh's Pulse Nova is going strong. So that was very ballsy coming out from the Doom. And Supreme's still alive, turns around with the stun. Not going to be happening with the Bloodstone. Going to try to keep himself alive. And he's doing exactly that at the moment. They're going to get the TA2000 maybe, but he still has the Aegis to work with. Will summon himself inside of the Pit of Malice. Nice terrorize before the death of the Dark Willow. Clockwork is coming back into the fight. Bengen did buy back, dodging into the Manta. No, didn't manage to do it. TA2000 still got stunned up. The homing missile coming for him has the Lincolns to break it. Bit of Malice once again on him. Collis in the vicinity comes over, wants to help with the Narman kill, will be able to do so. But it is going to be a very nice split earth inside of the cogs. They need to escape right now. Will be able to do it. Shadow Poison, 4 of them on TA2000, but he has 5,000 HP or 1,500 now left for him. So he's definitely not going to die. The 5th one doesn't connect. No, it was only the 4th one expiring and the 2nd one getting in. But with the Ursa joining on the phrase, not that much armor on the Morphling. He did get everything into strength. So Olnit will get himself 1,000 gold on that Morphling.
Well done overall by MOUZ. A big hold. Yes, Bane had to buy back, but very well worth it. And you get TA2000, his Aegis, and a kill on him. Like, if they weren't so far behind, you can see MOUZ would have wiped them. But you're like, all right, we can definitely take fights here. A lot of it comes down to Supreme surviving. He takes the Doom, then turns on with the Bloodstone on the TA2000, and is able to live. So very nicely done by him.
And mostly it was Noob not really doing much in that fight. Usually we see the Pango creating so much chaos.
Oh.
Not in this engagement. He just died kind of easy.
Having
Oh,
sight.
they're going for him. That's the Yules on Dirsa, keeping him at bay. That's a bit too deep. He does have the rage to remove the curse crown and just the Callis. Who's stuck in with who? Has the force left. Look at the other side. It's actually gonna be the Underlord coming in through the Twin Gates, and the Pit of Malice is gonna be quite annoying. Noob using the Rolling Thunder to create space for the entirety of this team. They don't want to fight without the Morphling, and for a good reason.
Yep. Probably this might just be a tower coming out here for MOUZ. That might be the best thing you can get out of this. But
They got the
still nice
second
to-
tower of the game. Let's go. 28 minutes in.
They doubled their tower. Hey, it's every win's a win, you know? Like, you take every victory you can get.
I mean, that's a big one. I'm not gonna lie, because now finally you have some map open to actually go for aggressive plays rather than just wait for overextensions of the enemy.
That's a lot of wisdom ruins that Noob just picked up and used. Kudos to
What
him.
means a lot. 2?
I think he took 3 just now.
Yeah, it's actually 3.
That is a lot. That is you ever watch one of those low rank games from your friends and you tune in and you go like you got like 6 bouncers
I
in
have
the
no
forest.
low rank friends because when they are my friends, I teach them Dota and then suddenly they become high rank. So no.
Ah. You know, I was setting you up for but I thought we were friends.
Yeah, you are raising your MMR lately quite a lot. Is that true?
Oh man, see, I gave you an easy one, but all right, you're being nice. I like it. Underlord's going for Greaves, still no pipe. The pipe would be a big deal if you can get it, because the Crimson's doing work. Like they are surviving a lot longer thanks to the Crimson, and the pipe would, further elevate them.
Yeah, Quest need to find a way to deal with this Underlord faster, because
They are
he's
dooming
reducing
him,
the damage so much.
And they're dooming him. I don't know what else you can do. Noob is going
He needs
back
to die.
He's not gonna die. He's not gonna die. Maybe actually he does. He will. By the way, Noob he went for the Aghanim Scepter, and it's not as good as usual because, as we mentioned, Crimson God blocks the swashbuckles anyway, so they don't actually doesn't actually matter anyway. It doesn't do anything.
That is, yeah, but you're gonna be jumping around quite a lot, so fine.
I mean, yeah, but anyway, but it doesn't matter if someone has a Crimson Guard. It doesn't matter where you jump. So it's interesting item. I wouldn't say it's a waste of gold, but I would say it's not the best use of it.
I guess.
See if they can. Yeah, 10 man smoke. Noob actually is going to go invis. There you go. So it's 10 man smoke, kinda.
9-man smoke plus invis.
10 man smoke, yes.
Dire's bottom tower.
Anyways,
10 heroes off the map.
exactly.
There you
But towards the bottom lane they go, Quest. And Roche is there. He's gonna be there for a long time, unless somebody kills him.
Radiant
And would this be an opening that you want to take for MOUZ? How are you in the Roche? But you're pretty damn solid, with the Pit of Malice, with the shard, with the Leshrac Split Earth. He doesn't have the shard yet, but still very good.
Narman got the war down. So in that area there, around Division, MOUZ have the advantage and they go for a smoke. They want to change their positioning.
They go. Narman's baiting. And he's
Okay,
dead.
great bait, mate. It really worked out well.
8 out of 8. That was I was like, all right, this is cool. You're kind of going for vision. Maybe he thought he'd be able to go back in time and they fight near that cliff, but PSG's Quest like, nah, we'll just murder you exactly where you're standing.
And this does give them the Roche. Ursa doesn't get the second Roche. First one is bad enough. Second one is kind of when the Ursa really wants to get the advantage, and you're not going to have it. You're going to be almost 15k gold ahead. It's a disaster. The 2000 also gets a Satanic, meaning that he won't really need to morph into Strengthhold that much. Just a couple of hits and you're back up to full.
Yep. All net, by the way, he does have Basher though. So with the Basher and with the fact that these slices last forever, maybe he can do something. Oh, I think they want to fight here on the Radiant side. They know that there's no Morphling.
Yeah, but they use the Terrorize and the hook shot right now, Quest. I don't... Okay, the Morphling is coming, so MOUZ, they can't do it any longer.
Nope, it was a bit of an opening for them, but now it's like, all right, the big boy is here, and we really do not want to fight like against that. Oh, Supreme throws a stun, but that's just a stun. Has BKB if he needs to use it.
They're actually coming. Ursa,
that's
he
what
used
you
the
want.
rage for this. Shard goes towards Supreme. That's a big one. Look at the Rolling Thunder. Two supports are just dead in a second. They can maybe even go for more. Pit of Malice gonna be dropped. Both the Morphling and Force getting theirs out. Force is dropping low. What an adaptive strike. Annihilates him with a hook shot from downtown. That's gonna be Doom immediately as the Ogre still on him. Malik losing his life, but the Morphling already gets the triple kill down. Golden who doesn't have the ulti, which means that the 8000 is gonna drown you like the rest of their team gets an ultra kill once even more. The Pit of Malice being used there by T8000, who still has that form of the Underlord within buyback. Hold it. He's gonna try to get the hit in. Will be able to do so. Doesn't disarm any longer. Just removes the attack speed. Hold it caught inside of the cogs. Doesn't have the enrage still. He's gonna have to wait a little bit to get mad. Protected by Force.
That's the
He's
call.
gonna be fine. T2000. Maybe it's time to bail. You need to wait for your Pango to at least join in on the fray. So the rampage is not gonna happen. There's the Satanic being used. They actually used the Yules on the other side. Maybe the Morphling would have won that fight anyways. He is gonna die once. Has the Aegis. Noob, you don't want to die. Gets the shield crash onto the high ground. Olnit running forward towards the Morphling. He's gonna try to finish him up. Can't do it. Manta gonna be used. Bramble Mace completely dodged by Olnit. Turns into Narman, gonna start flat cannoning everybody. But of course, Force, he's not gonna be taking all that much damage. Needs to deal with the homing missile. Will do it quite nicely. Lincoln's gonna be broken. Split Earth connects. Wait for him in a second, but there's the Rolling Thunder. Finally, Noob is gonna have it back. Supreme just came back to the world, but the Bloodstone does nothing for him. Only another rage. He gets the bash instantly. But Rolling Thunder actually, Noob, he misses on it. He needs to stop this Ursa from killing the Zorfling. Will be able to do so. Waveform available. T2000 should be fine. Nobody there to finish him off. Only 3 poison stacks. And the Demonic Purge, they can't do anything. Waveforms forward, not afraid of anything. Bangan is dead. Force is gonna be left all alone in this world using the Pit of Malice. He's just marking his burial ground from what it seems, especially with Malik joining in on the fray. There's no reason not to chase this with a slowdown of the Shivas. And there's the Purge creep as well. You will not move. You will die where you stand. With T8000 getting so many kills in that fight and forcing MOUZ to GG out.
You know, it was looking almost good. Like, that was such a long fight. They were able to sort of go in and out with Olnit. He did good damage, but they were so damn far behind. And Supreme, as you mentioned, comes back and instantly just loses his life. Really unfortunate to see. But, you know, MOUZ, they tried, and it was better than game 1 at least. I felt like they put more of their heart into this one.
But in general, PSG Quest were a much better team today. Not gonna lie. MOUZ, I expected more from them in this tournament. I mean, sure, they had their standing is not bad. They're not gonna be eliminated, but coming into it, I would have expected them to finish with a better score than 5-5.
I agree. That's also surprising, and it does not bode well for them either. We don't expect any more big changes in the patch. TI qualifiers are right around the corner. You will be playing against PSG Quest there, so you getting smashed by them. I'm not saying PSG Quest is like bad or weak, but I don't think they're the favorites or the underdogs in the qualifiers. So I'm like, this is not a good sign for you. You know,
they're close to being the favorites, though.
Yeah, they're very good. They're very good for sure. But it's like, I wouldn't say like, oh, they're, you know, like Falcons entering a tournament where like they win every time. PSG Quest, I think they're like a top 4 team.
Wait. Falcons and Quest, whenever they played the best of 5 grand finals, it was usually ending in a 3-2 for Falcons. So, you know, this is a team that's very close to them.
It is. But overall, good kudos to PSG Quest. You have to now wait for the final series. You want to draw there. Anything that isn't Liga team winning. If Liga team takes 1 loss, you're like, cool, we straight away go to the semifinals.
We are getting ahead of ourselves, Ottomo. We're not going to see that series until